Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will discuss about different attributes present in data frame. In our previous classes, we have discussed about what data frame is and how to add and delete lines and columns in the data frame. There we have discussed one or two attributes according to the situation we use those in that situation. We will discuss remaining attributes and all the attributes, most of the attributes that are used in the data science, and the remaining attributes which are not discussed in this class will be discussed whenever the situation comes, whenever it is useful. There we will discuss the remaining attributes. Most of the attributes will be discussed in this class. So please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete Python for data science. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, let's take an example and understand the list of attributes that are available in the data frame. This is the example data set which we are considering here in our first example. This example we are already using it from our previous classes. We have taken name, age and marks. This is the data frame we constructed and we are displaying this data frame. So in this data frame we are having name, age and marks. Total how many lines are there? 4 lines are there. So coming to our first attribute, columns attribute. This columns attribute is already used in our previous class. Let's refresh the concept again. So print df columns. Columns attribute will help you in displaying the columns. So this is displaying this line print df columns is displaying name, age and marks. It is giving the list of columns that are available on the data frame. And one more thing, we can use this as df.columns of 1, 2. We are given the list of indexes. First column, second column. We already know the basics that the data frame is having 0th column, first column and second column. It gives numbering like that. If you give the first and second column, it will give the names of the first and second column. So what's the first and second column? Age and marks. So that is how we use the columns attribute in our examples. And coming to the next attribute, D types attribute. D types means data types attribute. So pandas is having a separate data types. It will consider its own data types. So the list of data types that are available for pandas will be discussed in our next classes. We use the attribute D types attribute to display the attribute types. Means the column types. Name is taken as, for example, in our example, name by default it will be from our basic Python. What we know, this is a string data type. In pandas, string data type is considered as object data type. So what's this object? What are the data types that are available will be discussed in our next class. So as of now, remember these are the data types that we are having in our pandas. So the second age column is considered as integer data type, int 64. What's the meaning of 64 here? Means it will assign 64 bits. In basic Python, what's the data types? This is equivalent to int data type. Float 64 means this is equivalent to float data type. Object data type means this is equivalent to string data type in our Python. Okay, so coming to the next attributes, LOC attribute. In our previous class we already discussed about LOC attribute. What's the use of LOC attribute? Why we used LOC attribute? LOC is used to access the data, and if you want to modify the lines, we have used the LOC attribute. The same way ILOC means indexed locations. So we will use ILOC based on the index values. It will accept only the index values. Based on that we can access the data using ILOC. Here let's take an example. Print df.ILOC of 0, 1. Here 0 means the index of the line, comma, after comma 1 means it's the index of the column. So before comma it will consider the first one is considered as the line numbers, line indexes, and the second one is considered as the column indexes. So what's the value it will display from our example? What's the example? 0th line, first column. Means this is 0th column, this is first column. Age is our first column. So 0th line First column means 25 value will be displayed. So the output is 25. ILOC is used for that. Okay, coming few more examples for better understanding. All this the same related to the LOC also. We have done these examples. df.iloc of 0, 1. We have given the list of line indexes. See here, inside we have mentioned a list of line indexes. This is considered as line indexes. 0, 1 means 0th line and first line will be displayed. That's why our output is 0th line and first line is displaying. Coming to the next one, 0. This is using similar to string slicing. Okay, here it will consider 0 to 1, 0 to 2. What's that mean? After comma we are having 0 to 2. What's that mean? This is columns. Slice the columns. This is for lines. 0 to 1 means here the 1 is not considered. This is the point you have to understand. In LOC, 1 is also considered. Here it is exactly working as string slicing. Whatever the basic concept we understand from Python, the slicing concept exactly working like that. 0 to 1 means 0, 1 is not considered, the last value is not considered. That's why it is showing 0, 0th line. And in that, what are the columns it is displaying? Name and age columns. Name and age columns means 0 to 1. 0, 1, 2 is not considered. So this is how we use ILOC method for displaying and accessing the data. Next, coming to our index attribute. The same way we use the columns attribute to display the list of columns. The same way if you want to display the list of lines, we will use index attribute. See here in the above we use columns. Instead of columns we use index to display the lines. See df.index. Here we have taken a new data frame for understanding purpose. A, C, B is the index values given and the column values are given as C1 and C2. Okay, this is our data frame. This is our data frame. If you want to display the df.index, so what it is displaying? Index values A, C, B or the index values. That is what it is displaying. The same way we can use the index numbers to display the list of indexes that are required for us. Here we have mentioned 0, 1. So 0th index, first index. What are the values for 0th and first index? AC. So that's why our output is AC. This is how we use the index attribute. Next one is n dimensions. NDIM is our attribute name and dimensions. It will display what is the dimension of your data frame. By default, our dimension is 2 dimensions. That's why, because we are having only lines and columns, that's why it is displaying 2. But we are in pandas, we are having a data frame series also. It is a single dimensions. We have not yet discussed about series objects. We will discuss in our coming classes. For now, data frame is a 2-dimensional table. So that's why it is displaying n dimensions means 2 dimensions. Coming to our next attributes. Next attribute is shape attribute. Shape means in our data frame how many lines are there, how many columns are there. That is what it will display. 3 by 2 matrix. Think about it as a matrix, a 3 by 2 matrix. 3 lines are there, 2 columns are there. The shape attribute will display the lines and columns. Okay, and coming to the next size attribute, it will provide the number of elements that are present in the data frame. So the number of elements present in the data frame, 3 by 2. How many elements are present? 6 elements are present. That's why it is displaying the value 6. Coming to our next and last attribute, values attribute. Values attribute will give the list, give the values that are present in our data frame. We can use it in many ways. This is very important. We use these values many of the times in our data science. Okay, coming to this is the data frame which we considered name, age and marks. The previous one which we considered in our first example. This is the data frame we displayed the data frame here. After that we are using, this is the output data frame has been displayed. After that we are using x is equal to df.values, means display the values of the data frame. By default, df.values will return the object numpy array object. So it will return the numpy array object. What's numpy arrays? If you don't know what's numpy arrays, please go to our Python playlist. There we already discussed about what's numpy arrays, how the memory is allocated, what's the advantages. So all these things were discussed in our Python playlist. Please visit that Python playlist and watch about numpy arrays and come back here. So you may get some few questions about why we have to convert this into numpy arrays. So let's think about it. We will use this data in different functions. Already existing functions, we will give this data as input. Some of the functions will accept only arrays. Some of the functions will accept data frame. That's why for that flexibility they have provided this attribute called values. What's the use of these values? It will take the values and it will convert them into numpy array data type. Okay, so df.values, the output it is displaying here is Rajesh 2585.0. it is of type numpy.n dimensional array. See here we are displaying the type of y. We have placed that in x. Here we have placed df.values is placed in x, print x and print type of x. Type of x means n dimensional numpy array. The same way we are considering y is equal to df of name. Dot values, what's that mean? Consider only the column, name column, convert into numpy array. That is what it is doing. Okay, this is numpy array type. What's the output we got here? Rajesh, Suresh and Mahesh and J. This is the output we got. And the next example we considered z is equal to df.loc of 0. Dot values means we are considering the 0th line. Only those values will be taken as an output and those are converted into numpy arrays. That's the use of values attribute. Hope you understand the concepts about the attributes in our data frame. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.